Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the show. I'm your host, Kyle Miller. Thank you for being here. And today we are bringing stories and insights from extraordinary individuals from around town that are making differences in their lives and their community lives. But before we meet our guest today, today's show is sponsored by Apex Allies. So listen up, folks, because we've got something to tell you that's going to revolutionize the way you run your business. Picture this. You're swamped with admin tasks. Well, with Apex Allies, you can kiss that overwhelm goodbye. We're talking top-tier virtual assistants here. And get this, at half the cost you expect. It's like having your own personal support team without breaking the bank. So imagine having someone tackle all those time-consuming costs, leaving you free to focus on what truly matters, growing your business. If you're ready to take the leap towards efficiency and productivity, then Apex Allies is your ticket. Head over to goapexallies.com today and let them know you're interested. Okay. They are currently running a Valentine's Day discount of $750 off the initiation fee. And if you forgot that next week was Valentine's Day, your virtual assistant could have helped you with that. So go to apexallies.com to find out how they can help your business. So with that, I'm excited. We are here sitting in the studio today with the pie guy, Keith Groomes Jr. Welcome, Keith.
I appreciate you having me, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming on and, just talking before the show. You got a lot of stuff going on. It's exciting. You've a lot of experience in business, in personal growth too, right?
Definitely.
And so I find a lot of people in business or outside of business that is not on the inside of what business owners are doing on the day-to-day look in and think that business is easy. Like they open up a shop or they do this and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars and they're making all this money. And, I even find, especially in the food industry or, if retail sales, like, oh, they're making all this money. We're friends. We get a discount, but it's not always sunshine and rainbows, is it?
No, it's not. And I mean, a lot of people, I would say they do understand because they in the local community, people ask. Uh-huh. And if you're honest, if you can, say, oh, everything's okay. Yeah. But when it's hot, it's hot. And you got to make it work. So, right. I mean, it's definitely understandable if we got to share. I got caught up. Yeah. we got to share that, hey, it's tough, but right. they always come support. So it's real helpful. Okay. So with the pie guy, right? Yes. It's a food truck, right? Yes. Catering company. Food truck. I say I'm a mobile caterer.
A mobile caterer.
Yeah, we go across the map and back.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. I like that. How did you get into that?
That's a long one.
Yeah.
So I came home from Virginia State University, and I had an idea to do vegan vegetarian food. I got rid of all the burgers and wings and all that, and I was doing vegan vegetarian food. I connected with my high school English teacher, Kathy Zentgraf. Okay. Shout out to you. You the best.
At Charlottesville High School, right?
Charlottesville High School. Okay. She gave me an opportunity to work with her. Her stall at the farmers market was called Groomes. Okay. And we did creative vegetarian. So we would make up dishes on the spot, sometimes that morning, and I got to learn a little from there. And then after that, it just kept going. I mean, I worked for Carpe Donut, learning how to drive trailers and learning catering aspects and different vendors. So.
Have you always been involved? Like, what was the drive to be in the food industry?
I just seen the opportunity. Yeah. I mean, at this time, that was 2010. Okay. There wasn't vegan vegetarian food that I wanted necessarily. Okay. And of course, it wasn't like everybody's doing it. So I said, hey, I know how to 1 + 1 = 2. I can get it. Right. So, you know what I mean? And I just came home, try to hone those skills, cook different dishes. But then I learned things along the way that transitioned me into what I do now. So. Okay. And now the pie guy, you were saying you worked for Groomes, and the pie guy was owned by a different individual first, right? Justin Bagley.
Yeah. And so you started working for him, right?
I started working for him because we were next to each other at the farmers market.
I was going to say, because you're going from vegan to the pie guys, right? And it's explain what the pie guy does.
So we do savory and sweet ham pies and sides. Okay. So you can get local beef tenderloin mixed veggies, chicken curry, black bean quinoa chili, which is a vegan option, halal bacon, egg, and cheddar, sweet potato, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And then so you guys were working beside each other, and then you started just having conversations with him?
Asking questions. So his line was moving faster.
Okay.
And we're cooked to order.
Okay.
So we're having a sample, and we're having to really sell this vegan vegetarian thing.
Right.
And it's delicious. Everybody enjoyed it. But this dude moving units.
Okay.
And growing up, my mom worked at the stadiums in Philadelphia.
Right.
And I know about long lines in the Spectrum where the Sixers played and all that back in the day. They had a long line. I need the line. Well, not that I need to keep it there, but I need people.
Right.
So I asked him, what kind of festivals he do? Because with Greenies, let's say we did festivals in a tier of like 5,000 guests.
Right.
He was doing 20,000 guests.
Okay.
So I said, hey, can I work with you? And
yeah,
then it happened fast. Within 1 year,
okay,
he moved away, and I was running it for him.
So he moved away. You were running the pie guy.
Yeah, I stepped in, opportunity where I could still cook my vegan vegetarian food, and I would run my stall, and then I would run his stall next to me.
Okay.
At the same time.
So you're running both of them.
Yeah. I mean, it's really easy. I mean, as in, this stuff is prepared already. We're just cooking, serve, and sell.
Gotcha.
Over here, as long as I got my sauces and all my veggies prepped and all that.
Okay.
This one only needs one person. This job needs two.
Okay.
It's not that crazy.
Okay. All right. And then, so you went in, you started running it, and then you took it over?
Not right away. So
all right.
The next owner, which is a great friend, Rob Harrison, the owner of Food for Thought, cattle farmer here out in Troy, Virginia. He wanted to acquire it, and I moved on with him. He gave me an opportunity. I worked with him and his wife, and then shout out Shannon. And eventually they gave me an opportunity to be a partner.
Okay.
And then a year after that, I bought the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you worked for the business for 2 years first, getting your time in, understanding everything about it.
Right.
Understanding, the different venues that you're going to, that you're selling, and you know how to sell. And then what was it like buying it?
It was wild.
Yeah.
I was in Thailand, thinking about, I knew the day was coming. It was January 15th, 2019.
Okay.
And I know when I come back home, I'm signing, is on, let's go. You know what I mean? And it was a good first year. Yeah. And then we know what happened the next year. Yeah. It was. I really transitioned those things. So we used to vend every day at UVA. And that was cool, like cash flow wise. But you kind of
you weren't making any money.
You weren't making money out there. It was like more so like a training platform. So. You can come with all the sales. You can come with all the deals. Right. But it doesn't matter. The students want what they want. They'll stand in line for an hour, and I need this cash. Right. You know what I mean? So I decided I'm gonna step away from that, and we went to more concerts. We expanded and went to larger events. I would do I did Philadelphia's 4th of July celebration, Fort Lee. I know they changed it now, down in Petersburg, Virginia. Different things like that, and of course Richmond, more in Richmond. Yeah.
Now, and then that's going to the events, and then selling it. What was it like when you first did it feel different after you signed on the line? You bought the business, right? Now there's nobody to turn to. It's 100% on your shoulders.
No, it was already. It's the same. Okay. We doing something. Yeah. It's on. Yeah. We're not playing around. But now it's on me. It's just we planned and plotted. So it's not like I'm running into money this Saturday. Oh, this farmer's market was great. What I'm going to do? No, I expected that already. Right. It's already spent. I know I need a new hot box. I need this. That's really it. It's not no frantic or really crazy excitement. It's just more so just trying to be consistent because no one wakes me up. Right. I mean, the alarm clock don't even work sometimes. It's you that got to get you through that day, whether you hurt yourself or, you're just exhausted from, how they say burn the candle on both sides. I throw it all the way in the fire. Yeah. It was on. So
yeah, you burnt the whole candle. There was no two sides. It was burning.
It was burning.
That I just love, like, listen to you. I can hear the passion and the drive that you have for business. Has that always been ingrained in you?
Definitely. When I left, I went to school to study history, become a teacher. But that was really like a backup plan because I knew I wanted to be some kind of entrepreneur.
Right.
I was raised in it, and I know you always gotta have product.
Right.
You can have whatever else going on, but if you can, product pretty much just equals some cash can be coming your way.
Right.
And I could divvy it out this way. So
now, you were telling me earlier about your mom, how she's
Yes.
always been involved with stuff too.
Definitely. Treacher Jackson.
Do you think she rubbed off, like, and you watched her
100%.
through that?
I was there.
Yeah.
It wasn't just watching, As a kid, I was originally from Philadelphia. We used to go to Jewelers Row. We went to all the stores and, you seeing how we would get ready for events, and I had to build bracelets with her.
Mm-hmm.
But she also made pamper cakes. She worked at the nail salon, the hair store. She worked all over. And then, of course, those vending events, I seen her out there. She was hustling in there.
Yeah, so that kind of rubbed off on you.
Definitely.
I think kids growing up seeing that hustle, seeing that drive changes kids. I don't know if do you have any other siblings?
Yes.
Are they entrepreneurial?
No, I have a brother that he could sell better than me, hands down. My brother Jamar, but he's not. Is in the moment. So he helped me open my store when I had my store.
Okay.
He came in and he's extremely charismatic.
Right.
But my other brothers, they'll do it, and my sister also. But they go to work, and I'm off at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's something to be said about that,
Yeah,
too.
that's
right?
cool. That's
like some days I
fine.
wish I was off at 5 and I didn't have to think about all the stuff I got to do tomorrow and the next day and what's coming up the next
Right.
month and am I going to hit cash flow and I got to pay this bill and that bill. And
I think we call it C&D, crazy and deranged. And, if you in this, you just believe the cash flow gonna come. You
got it.
It's gonna come, and usually it do. It might come 2 days later, but you're gonna figure it out.
That's such a true statement because as entrepreneurs, you think you got all the ducks in a row and then boom, something pops up.
Yeah.
A big expense, a refrigerator goes out, a stove goes out.
I mean, if I could share my wildest story, that 4th of July, this is my biggest day. I mean, I'm expecting big money. It did not happen. It did not happen. The day before leaving, my brand new car, I've had it less than 30 days, and I'm going to go pick up my freezer truck so I can load it up to get on the road. And someone hit me into another car, totals my car. My family like, Keith, you need to go to the hospital. Nah. Let's load this truck up. I'm all messed up. They finally was able to get me to allow someone to drive me to Philly.
Yeah.
So we get to Philly, 4 o'clock in the morning. We work 4th of July all day till about 10, 11 at night. And I probably made a third of what I wanted to make. And the other event all got rained out.
Yeah.
And then when we got back, and I'm like, all right, I'm short. My freezer went down. All the product that I bought back, I lost. And then all you do is just go do it. Do it again.
Yeah. What's the next step? Okay. That's tough.
Have insurance. It's one thing I would say. I had insurance, but you got to have the right stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Insurance definitely pays.
It's important.
And you got to make sure. You don't just be like, oh, I just got business insurance.
No.
What happens if stuff goes down?
Yeah, the right one.
How did you learn to have the right insurance?
That mistake. That mistake. I mean, I know I have insurance for, doing a business when we go all these events and all that.
Right.
But you need to have the right thing. Even if you get a food truck, don't just say, I have a trailer.
Right.
Make sure you say, hey, I got this trailer with this in there.
With the product.
I mean, I'll pay now so I won't be hurting later. I mean,
Yeah. Because that could be those are hard lessons, and I've lost some money on a couple houses, and I just call, hey, tuition, it's part of I'm getting a master's in business,
right.
and understanding of what all can and will go wrong,
Yeah.
And the other thing is it's unpredictable.
You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But you just go get through it. Pray, and you be all right.
Yeah, so what do you enjoy most about that business, or just in business in general?
I guess it's more so what I envision.
Yeah.
When I say across the map and back, I mean that. I mean, I love my city. I love Charlottesville.
Right.
but I need to be everywhere. I would like to be a kind of not. It's not like you need to know who Keith Groome is. Y'all need to know who the pie guy is or whatever I'm putting in front of you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Just to be able to see that grow. I mean, you want to be like McDonald's. I mean, yeah, you want to be normal household name. That was my intent with vegan vegetarian food, but I seen like it, and not to say it's not possible because people have different models now,
right,
that works and stuff like that. But once you got skin in the game, and then of course I enjoy it. It allows me different diversity and
right.
That cash,
the
the cash come in,
right?
is important.
That's why we have businesses,
right?
Everybody needs to eat.
Right.
We got to have the cash flow coming in. We're helping with jobs. We're providing to the community.
Right.
We're creating an environment and just growing as individuals and people.
Right.
Right. We learn. I think the biggest thing that I've learned in business is patience.
Do you need it?
Because, I mean, like you said, we can't control everything. Everything is going, what will go wrong.
Right.
It's inevitable. And so, having patience, having self-control, being able to understand, okay, this happened. Now we need to make a decision. What are we doing next? And then take that step. I mean, commend every business owner that does that because every one of them goes through that, right?
All of them. It's happening. You never know what's going to happen. So it's going to be okay. Just get through. Make the decision. Don't lose it.
Right.
Like don't because you can lose it easily.
Oh, you can.
But get up.
And I think losing it is like losing your. You can lose the business, but you can also like lose your desire and drive for it too.
That happens. But it's just more so don't lose the balance in it because you are going to be tired. You're not going to want to do some things, but understand I guess your purpose for doing it.
Yeah. So you used to have down on the corner. You used to have a
coffee shop. Yep.
Yeah.
I got coffee. It was.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was a good experiment. I definitely had big intentions for it to, create a kind of like a chain.
And then how did that go?
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. But it was a lesson in you can't you do got to listen to people.
Right.
But you really got to listen to your customers. When they say identify your customer, or just acknowledge who they are.
Right.
You know what I mean? So in Charlottesville, they support you. Right. But most college towns probably are the same. You don't go to the university during certain times. So my people who've been keeping me in business all this time weren't coming to see me. But I seen them every week, but just not in that space.
Right.
So the students aren't necessarily enough, especially if you don't have what they want. Right. Which I wasn't allowed to sell beer, which is a big thing. You know what I mean? I tried to get canned beer and wine, and that ain't work out. So
it didn't happen.
After a year, the opportunity came to get out.
Yeah.
I went back to what models I do that kept the store alive, which is vending and catering.
But you were telling me about programs that the city. I didn't even know actually did for business owners in town.
Yeah, the city, I mean, there's a lot that offers. So if you have new equipment that can make you more money, there's an opportunity there. I know of one that I received earlier on. I was like, I need new signage. I got that one. But even at the coffee shop, just based on it being in a certain neighborhood, right? But it was a grant for that helped me out with like rent or something like that during that time. Okay. Then it's just the other opportunities they allow you to be able to get granted into a scholarship through CIC to help, which I think I did CIC in 2017. Okay. So I can remember being in class, running the pie guy in there, trying to figure out my stuff for my business. Right. At the time. So. And now you're also helping more people do that, right? Yeah, I just started a new position with the city of Charlottesville, Department of Economic Development, helping entrepreneurs take advantage of all those opportunities, grants, and things like that. So not only are you an entrepreneur, but now, and you're still keeping the pie. Oh, no, the show not going to stop. Yeah. The show don't stop. It's just going to be on the weekend. The pie guy is still cooking. Show. Y'all going to see me at the Fridays after 5, concerts there, Ix Art Park Farmers Market, and, a couple other things. But now since you're familiar with that program and you understand how it all works, you're going to be able to help more entrepreneurs here in Charlottesville. For sure. I mean, I've been the whole entire time. It's just now I'll be getting a check from it, but I've always pushed people to those avenues. You know, CIC going to really help you identify what you're trying to do, see if it's really even possible.
Yeah.
Because I'm a believer, kind of like, if you tell me, hey, I want to do this, all right, let's figure out how to make it happen.
Right.
And there is a process to it. You can't just jump out there like you were saying, like you're not going to become a millionaire tomorrow.
Right.
If you do, I am happy for you.
Right.
Order some pies. You know what I mean? But is a process to it, and it might take different views of how to get there, and you might have to have a job some of the time and make it work. You might have to do your step out of yourself, which I'm not really good. You said I'm not on Facebook like that and stuff. I'm not the social guy, but you may need it to get that money coming your way.
Right. Now, what do you think is the reason why some of these business owners don't know about these programs, don't know about the stuff that's going on with the city and just these different things that the actual city is trying to do to help businesses?
I can't say that people necessarily don't know.
I don't know any of it.
Oh, you don't know any
of it?
No,
I don't know. I never heard about it.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Right.
And from what I understand, a lot of people, they may hear about it or it just did not take an advance. So I knew about CIC a couple years before I even took the course. I thought I knew enough. I didn't need that. But what you can grow there, as well as it was more so that network of people to be able to send you this way and get that kind of mentorship you may need. Those avenues there. So, I mean, it's just more so word of mouth, getting it out there, letting people know, and getting in people's face.
Yeah. And CIC is what? You keep saying CIC.
Community Investment Cooperative. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Cooperative?
I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up and check it out. So, getting involved with that has helped you a lot with just the different programs.
Definitely.
I didn't even know anything about this.
Yeah, it's just different grants out there, but you just got to be. Once you're an entrepreneur, you'll say, let's take the pie guy for example.
Right.
There's different parts of the business. If you're the owner operator,
right.
I have a catering business. I got a food truck business. I have a solely administrative business, and then of course it's supposed to be like whatever else. If there's a storefront or merch or something like that you're putting your energy towards. So that administrative part would be finding any opportunities in whatever locale you may go to, and if it's a grant opportunity, if you can. Because most cities you go to, you have to get a business license to vend or something like that.
Right.
See what's up. If you're going to be going regularly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
But here in Charlottesville, there's definitely stuff for you. And it's support.
What do you feel about entrepreneurship and how businesses in Charlottesville, what do you see a need for? What do you see? Like when you look at Charlottesville as an area to do business in, right? What do you see?
What's needed? I mean, I would say more diversity.
Yeah. And what do you mean by that?
There's my people at Pearl Island, Sober and them, really great. They're doing, I guess it's like Puerto Rican, Haitian fusion, Caribbean food.
Okay.
But that just, they've been established for a while now, but that took some time to come in, but I don't think we have any African restaurants anymore. What's the name? The South African food is out. There's my man, Filipino, the Thai food. There is diversity, but I could say more in an established setting. But it's hard. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's just finding the space. They're trying to do it at a dairy market. It's a little mixture in there.
Right.
But we need more people to come, I guess, and to support
the businesses.
Yeah, I mean, people need to go out. People spend money, but
why do you think? Because obviously, those markets are, those people are here that know that can provide that product. Right. Why do you think they don't start businesses?
Why they don't start business?
Yeah. Why don't you think?
I mean, they may try here and there, but it's not cheap. I would say, when people say you start a business, you bootstrapping it. I barefooted it. It's just happening. I had a little support from CIC and my people in my community that I grew over time to help me, and I'm a familiar face. You know, I was around, but it's not free. You know, you got to save and prepare and really be serious about what you're trying to do.
It's an investment in yourself, and you got to take a risk.
And there will be a lot of losses. You know what I mean? And that view is different from, everybody's view of a loss is different. But if I go somewhere and I thought I was going to make, $1,000 and I made 300, but that happened like 50 times. Yeah. Some people would say like, you shouldn't go there no more.
Right.
It's like, but the next couple times after, let's say I only made 300 this time. Next time I made $2,000.
Right.
So you're gonna go try it again, but the next time you made 300, you never know. You do have to pick and choose and learn your markets and all that. But
is that the hardest thing about having a food truck?
The weather. That's it.
That's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
So finding the events and going there.
That's fine. All that stuff is easy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say you could do whatever event, but once you find what you want to do, right? You pay and go. I mean, you're gonna learn whether it works for you, who you want to be set up next to, right? Your price point
that makes a difference too.
That makes a difference. I mean,
so when you go to these events,
yeah,
who do you want to? Who's your ideal candidate?
You want to be next to a drink.
A drink?
Yeah, if you could be next to the beer tent, that's great.
Okay.
Or if it's, of course, we outside when people are outside this summer and stuff.
Right.
Be next to the lemonade person, the ice cream person.
Okay.
They're gonna get their snack. You could be right next to them. Hey, I'll make up a deal on the spot. You buy a scoop from them, ice cream, you can get a pie for this price. Right. I'm just trying to pull people from out the line.
Right. Being creative.
Yeah. Just be creative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot. I mean, you don't just put in 8-hour days. You put in your days are longer than that, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I try to balance it out now. I've been doing it a while. I'm beat down. I've definitely hurt myself and different things, and just from being fatigued. So
well, here you said it earlier, right? Just because we don't go out to, you learn how the business runs and operates. So you're out there at UVA during the day.
Right.
You may break even for the whole day. And maybe you do that for a couple of weeks straight. And it's like, you know what? It ain't worth it.
Yeah.
Because I can go and do these food trucks. Because my time's valuable. If I go out and make zero money for my time, then I don't want to continue doing it. Right. But if we can say, hey, we can do the food truck on the weekend and, we can make $3,000 or whatever it is just for that weekend, and I don't do anything over the week, set up those events and go.
Yeah. I mean, and you got to do what works for you. I mean, simply. So
yeah,
UVA might not work based on, percentages or how many days you have to send out, be out there, or catering is the number one thing. If you're on the food, you should do catering.
How does the catering work with you guys?
Call me. Call me, baby. We going to pick, we just pick your time, how many people you need. There's different deals for, if you want catering in town, and we just deliver it to you.
So you come and
now, of course, if you want full service, we do weddings and all that.
Okay.
But that's a different,
it's
a different window.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. But it's definitely, you should do that. That's where the money at.
Is the catering?
Yeah. Because it's guaranteed. So farmers market 9 to 1 right now down at Hicks Art Park. It can rain, or if it's between, I'm selling hot pies. So if it's below 40, you already know this many people are just not going to come outside. It's early in the morning, blah blah blah.
Right.
But if it rains, only the troopers are going to come out. That's the people that come rain or shine.
Right.
And they're there early. I love them. But the herd who comes later, and we call them the herd more so because they could just go by. You could wave to them, say, hey, want a sample? They just don't pay it. They just keep moving.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's that 4-hour block. So, you try to get as much in there as you can.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You can do business so many different ways. There's so many different opportunities to do it. What do you see in the future with your stuff? Where would you like it to be? Where do you want to grow to? What do you aspire?
Definitely major ports of transit. So you can catch them in the airport. I mean, I'm just as fast as Starbucks. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You can have the coffee. You can have your pie. You want halal. You want this kind of beef. You want chicken.
Right.
You can have all that. And it's grab and go. There's none of all that waiting. Of course, train stations, bus stations is really maybe DC because that is kind of combined. The bus,
Right.
But just major ports, college cities mostly, more college towns, more catering.
Yeah. How would you get into those spots?
And just try to get in. I mean,
Yeah.
If it was a space available, you try to see and you pay the fee if they want you or not. It's really that simple. I mean, of course you're gonna have to. Of course, certain spots if you're going to an airport, that's a lot more to go into that. But
right,
if there's a space available, they're taking your money.
Yeah.
I mean, Now you're going to try it and give again how to go about it because they may want a certain percentage. So now your price, sways a little bit, but. My business is based on volume. It's not like I'm selling you this $30 steak.
Right.
My pie's is $6. You know what I mean?
Oh, so, that's all they are.
Pie $6 tax. Now of course if it's different windows, like catering is a little different. So.
Right. You gotta put it all together.
We give breaks, and you're taken away from a day where the pie guy can go out and do 2-3 events in one day.
Right.
So you just took up a whole day. So you kind of balance that out.
Yeah, it's custom.
Right.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. I commend you, like all the hard work. I know what it takes. I know what it takes to
long days and nights.
Long days and nights.
Yeah.
Looking at the books, looking at QuickBooks at night, going, oh, is this going to make it?
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, you can look at it.
Yeah,
you better go get it.
Yeah,
what I mean. You are definitely supposed to plan and have a strategy, but you got to get after it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. And not being there, you're gonna miss out.
Yeah.
That's why I would say to a lot of people, like the pandemic time when everybody was shut down. I was not. I was outside. I had to be in front of their face. You can try, and just people still today say, "Hey, you was out at Lowe's." It was a long time ago,
right.
But they see me there every good morning,
right.
And then I'm gonna catch you on the way in. I'm gonna say something to you on the way out, just to be consistent. That's it's really all it takes. Just be consistent. If you didn't show up for your podcast, people not gonna tune in,
right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
But consistent with it.
You bring that up. Consistency in business and life. That's the key, right? Show up every day.
Show up.
I wasn't that smart in school. One, I didn't like going. I didn't enjoy it at all.
Right.
But I showed up every day, and I passed. Right.
That's it.
But that taught me a lot in life. Like, man, I hated going. Like, absolutely hated showing up. Well, I hated going. I didn't enjoy it. This is high school. Didn't enjoy the subjects.
Right.
I didn't enjoy any of the stuff about it. Right. I was the one that was sitting in the corner, like daydreaming about what I'm doing.
I probably enjoyed high school too much. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Shout out Charlottesville High.
And but I did show up every day.
Right.
In college, showed up every day.
Right.
And when you show up every day, good things happen. So I think I graduated B average, but
you did good.
I didn't enjoy it.
Right.
You know. So, but that taught me a lot. Show up for football practice every day.
Go.
You're gonna get better. On time. Every day. Yeah, on time.
On time.
On time. Discipline.
Definitely. It's needed. Because of course, there will be the days where you will be late. I'm guilty.
Yeah.
But you need more days that you are on time, you stay later, you finish.
Right.
And you will be rewarded.
Yeah.
And, it might be in the littlest thing, but you're going to be rewarded.
100%. Well, Keith, I appreciate, man, you coming in, sharing your story, sharing your journey, and telling us what you're doing. How do people find you, connect with you? They connect with you on the stuff with CIC and the loans and grants and stuff from the city of Charlottesville. Mm-hmm. And how do they connect with you?
Facebook, Instagram, the Pie Guy CVille.
Okay.
And I guess come see me in the Department of Economic Development.
Yeah.
I'm over in there.
Okay. All right,
and
cool.
That's when you want to talk about some grant opportunities and what the city got to offer for you, and lead you the right way to creating that business or building that business.
Before we leave, what's the number one thing over there in the economic development group that business owners that are listening to this podcast right now.
From what I know, the Piedmont pitch coming up, I think it's about 10 grand.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the opportunity has passed for you to get in there, but that's a major one. I think it's the second year it's happening.
Okay.
It's during Tom.
Okay.
That's some money to make something shake. If you could practice all year now. You got a whole year to get ready, get your line together, establish your business a little bit, and say, hey, I wanna bring this, a pitch offering,
right,
to get some money in it, and know that there's other opportunities out there. That's just one that's on the line right now.
Right. So if you're a business owner with that, get with Keith. He'll help you. If you can't make that pitch this year, make it next year and get that money.
Right.
Cool. Keith, thank you for showing up today, sharing your story, sharing your journey, the ups and downs of it. We really appreciate it. And that's what we really want to share with people and business owners, that, hey, things happen. We overcome them. We take the next step forward. We keep going. We keep pushing. We're determined to make it happen.
Yeah. Last thing I would say to that is, it's not just who you know or what you know, but it's truly what you do. So you have to be consistent and utilize all those things that you have around you to keep it going, because it's tough. At times.
But also a lot of satisfaction in it as well.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm not sad or about the up and down in the business. That's just a part of it.
Right.
I still got pie to make. You know what I mean? So definitely come holler at the Pie Guy, X Art Park, and all that.
Cool. Well, thank you, Keith. Again, guys, this show is sponsored by Apex Allies. If you're looking for a virtual assistant, go to goapexallies.com and they will help you out. Thank you so much and enjoy, and I'll see you next week.